I should be going. I'll try to come back soon.
What, I don't have anything new to say after all that stuff I've done? Fine.
I'm sorry for the wait, but all goods entering the city are subject to search.
This is outrageous. We're loyal citizens. How long do we have to wait? What am I supposed to do? Just sit here and let everything spoil?
I thought Meridian was open to all Carja.
What happened to Ursa has nothing to do with us.
Okay, guess we're gonna learn about that when we get in there. But yeah, here we are, at Meridian. The greatest city in the game, apparently. Hello.
What's
Hello?
going on here? Olin's in there, somewhere. And so's Erend, that other Outlander I talked to the night before the proving.
Right.
Erend said he'd introduce me to his sister if I visited Meridian. Said she was captain of the Vanguard.
Well, let's do that then. Oh, there's a crate over there. Nothing over there. Like to check out the area before I run in. Make sure I don't miss anything. We've made it to Meridian. Huzzah. That looks like an elevator. Okay. Oh, pretty tower. Huh. Hello. Halting.
He doesn't look happy.
Hello.
Stop right there.
I did.
In light of the recent attack, no stranger passes into Meridian without submitting to search.
I have
Recent
many
attack.
weapons.
What are you talking about?
The murder of Captain Ursa and her vanguards, of course. Ambushed by Shadow Carja forces in Red Ridge Pass.
Wait, is that going to be Aaron's sister?
You mean Erend's sister is dead?
How
Shit.
would you know his name?
Because I'm
I
his
know
friend.
Erend. Summon him. I need to speak to him.
Ha! I doubt that Aaron, the new captain of the Vanguard, a man in grief, is going to waste his time on a grimy outlander.
Hey,
Oh,
Lloyd.
thank
Hey,
you.
You're alive. I thought you were dead. Make way, make way.
I bet that guy feels stupid.
Just to see me?
Have you been drinking?
Ah, not really. A little. So you're alive.
Unlike my
we should
sister, or your
celebrate.
sister.
Drinks on me.
We need to talk alone, and you need to pull it together.
Over there.
So you approve?
Yes.
Of course I approve. From now on, she may come and go from this city as she pleases.
As she
As
pleases,
you
he
wish,
says.
Sir.
Thank you. Bite your tongue next time a
There.
grimy
Alone
outlander
as
comes
you
along.
asked. And what did you want to tell me?
A
Why
lot
I'm
has
here.
happened since we last spoke. The proving was attacked by a group of killers. Not many of us survived.
We were in the village when we heard explosions up on the mountain.
Uh-huh.
Some of your braves came back, said most of the contestants were dead. I've never heard such a wail of grief as the sound that rose up from your people. How did you survive?
With
How
my
I
grit.
survived is less important than how I was targeted.
Targeted? What do you mean?
They attacked because I was there.
For me, because of Olin.
What are you talking about?
Oh.
That doesn't make sense.
Well.
I heard what happened to Ursa. I'm sorry. I know she was special to you.
Special to me? Special to everyone. She always knew what to do. She bossed everyone around. She kept me in line.
Aw.
Now I'm supposed to fill her shoes. And instead, here I am, stumbling around.
It'd be do less stumbling if you were sober.
I lost someone too. At the proving, the man who raised me. His name was Rost.
The only person who ever actually spoke to me.
That's terrible. But why is it every time something terrible happens, everyone else tells you the worst thing that ever happened to them, so that makes it easier?
I don't know, I just thought it would help.
Yeah. Why is that?
Anyway, there was something you wanted to tell me?
I just wanted to let you know I
I need
understand.
to find Olin. I need to know what he knows.
But he's a friend.
No, he's a traitor. I don't know who the killers are or what they want, but I do know that Olin is working with them.
But
Back to the plot of the game.
this...
I don't need you to understand Erend. I just need you to take me to him.
Please.
He's not here. He went scrounging for scrap and relics days ago. It could be anywhere.
Great.
Are there any places he frequents? Places he returns to?
A house. Here in Meridian.
Okay, then take me there. I need to search it.
I guess. As long as I'm there to witness the search.
To make sure it's not a thievery.
I need to see Olin's place. Now.
Okay, okay. Come on.
Well, let's go. See if there's anything in the town while I'm walking after him. I don't see anything.
They're all talking at once. How does anyone think?
I don't. I just drink.
I guess this would be pretty much of a culture shock for Aloy, going from having no one speak to her to this.
Apparently they're letting anyone
That must be the spire.
these days.
It's huge.
Or you mean the thing in the distance, or? Okay.
Hide in his palace. So lay siege to the blood for blood. Vengeance for Ursa. How long will Avad hide in his palace? Year after year, why does he spare those who enslaved and tortured and butchered? Erend, you should want vengeance more than anyone. Your own sister, murdered. And her death, unavenged?
No more words, you scorched out
Ooh.
slag. And I'll throw you in jail myself.
You're in trouble.
Now get out of here, or I'll give you all a kick in the ass.
What did he mean about Ursa's murder?
Not now.
Well, obviously she died. And said her whole vanguard died, so they would see that as a murder, I assume, right? Or is it like literally she was murdered in the in Meridian? Of course, this would be friggin' Olin's place.
Okay, how are we gonna get in? Oh, that was subtle.
But it
Here we
works.
are. Try not to break anything.
Else.
Other than the door.
Alright.
For one man.
There's a hatch up
Has to have
down there.
connections in the Sun King's court.
I'm gonna look at the family portrait first. The hatch I can go in, the portrait I look at. Oh, there's an exclamation point around here too. I see it.
It looks like a picture of Olin's family.
Huh. So they were Karja, by the assumption of their outfits. Alright, and now let's go look at the hatch.
Let's see what's underneath.
Hey, how did that get here?
Question is, how to get through it.
Without a key, you won't. That's a vault hatch of Azeron make. Nothing gets through.
We'll
Of
see about
course.
that.
I don't think you're getting through that hatch.
Are you sure you're okay?
I'm sober enough, all right? I don't need another lecture.
That's not what I meant. I was talking about what happened outside with the crowd.
I don't want to talk about that. We're here because of what you said about Olin, so do what you need to do.
That's fair.
Did Olin ever invite you in?
Nah. Closest I got was a doorstep to help him home after a night out. We drank a river that night, but I hold it well. Usually.
I get it. That's fair.
You said Olin has connections in the royal court. Does he know the Sun King personally?
No. He served the court as a scout sometimes and sold ancient trinkets to nobles, but he never had an audience with the king. If you're right, and Olin's into something dark, Sun King Avad has nothing to do with it. I'd stake my life on that.
He may be working for the old Mad King.
I'll look around.
That's what we came for.
I thought talking to you would help me figure out how to open the thingy. Alright. So, what? Is the key behind the family portrait? Is that why that's a clue?
Good day, girl.
It
Wait.
looks like a picture of Olin's family. It looks like a picture of Olin's family.
Okay. But where's the key? But where's the key? Who's that? Why do I see you? Ligon. Oh. I have to speak to him. Oh, wait, what's that?
A lot of metal here. Could be just what I need.
Oh. I did not notice this at all. Oh, wow,
Looks
this
big
is...
and heavy. Let's give it a little push.
It could do a lot of damage. You got this, Aloy. Push with your legs. Atta girl.
I did say not to break anything, didn't I?
Alright. Well, down we go. Sup. Alright. What do we have here? Aaron, you scared the
Aren't you
crap
gonna
out of me.
See what's down there?
There's nothing new to talk about? Alright.
Back to...
Whoop. Alright, there's that, and there's that. Oh, there's an audio thing. I want that first. Or maybe I wanted it last.
Serve and they live.
Oh.
Disobey, and I will open their throats and leave their corpses to prune in the sun.
Yeah, they've got his wife and son.
They took his wife and child captive.
They? Who's they?
The killers. They told him to obey or they'd kill his family.
Owen's journal. And a map. Alright, we'll look at the journal
Looks like
first.
Olin kept a journal.
Olin? I knew he could read contracts, but I never took him for a poet.
No doubt now. Olin knew I was targeted.
Can I read the journal myself? Thank you. 4th day. I am a traitor now and see no way out. If I start at the beginning how they turned me, perhaps I could see something I missed. No, there is no escape. What good can writing it do? 10th day. You gave me this folio when you taught me to write. All these years later, it still smells of you, lavender and ash of the forge, all I have left of you. Write me notes, you said when you gave it. Share your thoughts, tear the leaves, send the pages, to show I'm thinking of you, but I never did, hands too grubby to touch parchment. How I wish I'd done as you said, how I wish I could now. 15th day, the same dream, your hair in the forge light, our son's weight on my shoulders, all of us free. You turn to me and whisper, it is a dream. I answer, yes, I know. And I am awake, alone. Even awake, my life is a dream, a lie. My treachery will not buy your freedom, it only buys time. But every moment you live, that he lives, that if treachery is the cost, I will pay it. 34th day, every week the device calls me in secret to a new dig site. We will work like men with whips to our backs as though it was left to us to upturn the soil of the entire earth, and time has run low. Scrabbling to find the carcasses of ancient demons. That's the weapons they want, must be. What misery am I helping birth into this land? 38th day. I drank with Erend and Ursa. Not even the sweetest brew can wash the taste of guilt from my mouth. Every day my silence betrays them. The villains watch through the device. I keep expecting Ursa to stick a blade through my throat. But fire and split. She does not suspect me. A better liar than I thought myself must be. 54th day. Fitful sleep in past 3 nights. Been thinking on that Nora girl. Why did it order her killed? The device must be. Even so, what threat could she pose? We heard explosions and distant screams from the village. I thought the savages might blame us, turn on us. I almost wished for it, but their matriarchs ordered us gone. We fled to the border with an escort of braves, crossed to Day Tower. Now I am called to a dig in Rockreath. They promised another glimpse of you, of our son. How I hope to see you both. Huh. That's sad.
The glyphs show places he visited.
Okay. Now I talk to Erend.
There's your proof. Read the last page. He writes about meeting me and the order to kill me.
He called himself a friend. That backstabbing cheat.
No, read the rest of it now.
How did you learn to read glyphs? And these things that you see, how do you do it?
The focus. It reveals the unseen.
And Olin's focus, it's the same?
Assuming
the
so.
device is the same, but somehow Olin and the killers can speak to each other with their focuses over distances, and see through each other's focuses too, like looking through each other's eyes.
So that's how the killers saw you? Through Olin?
Yes, so far as I can tell. Now that I know where to find Olin, I should be on my way.
All by yourself?
Leave it to me. I'm faster on my own.
Wait. If that device lets you see the unseen...
Out of the way, Erend.
I'm asking you to help me, Aloy. I need to know who killed Ursa.
Okay.
Not just the Shadow Karja army, I know that.
but the exact soldiers who did it.
You want exact revenge.
I'm sorry about your sister, but that's your war, not mine.
Don't
I'll
act
do
like
it.
This isn't personal. You came here hunting the people who nearly killed you, who massacred your people. Why should you have justice and not me?
It's true.
Look, I'll head for Red Ridge Pass, where Ursa's body was found, and wait for you there.
Okay.
A few minutes of your focus is all I need. Don't make me beg.
I won't.
Red Ridge Pass, you said. I'll see what I can do.
Alright, the Field of the Fallen. Aaron's sister Ursa was ambushed. So, I'm gonna meet Aaron first, but I want to see everything else that's here in Meridian as well. While I look... Oh, what's this? Supply crate. I want that. Oh, it's inside. Sad.
This place
Won't find better wear.
smells like nothing I've ever smelled before.
Oh, another exclamation point that way. Oh, another one. Oh!
Kind of spice.
Oh no, I think it's just two.
You there? Can you help me? You
What
with
is it
the
you
second
need?
sight, I need your help. You're the one the Vanguard has been crowing about. The Nora who tracks criminals and traitors with her second sight.
Possibly, yes.
If only you'd use it to help me. A thief raided my home and took my brother's sword.
I can try helping.
Tell me about the robbery. Don't leave anything out.
It was brazen and professional. They took only the sword, my most valuable possession. The thief went out through the window and scared the shadow off my steward. Otherwise, it would have been a clean getaway.
Huh.
Why would someone steal the sword?
It's priceless. Made from the burnished antler of a lancehorn, finely inlaid with studded stones all down the...
Okay, I get it.
Forgive me. That's not even why it's important. The 12th Sun King gave it to my brother for his military service.
The mad
He
one?
was killed in battle during the liberation. I was saving it for my nephew who's stranded at Sunfall with the Karja in Shadow.
How did your nephew wind up in Sunfall?
Most of the old clergy backed the Mad Sun King, so when he fell, they ran out of fear of retribution. As an honor guard to a venerable priest, my nephew had no choice but to go with them. Now that my brother is gone, my nephew is my heir, so that sword really belongs to him. And after all he's been through, I won't be able to look him in the face if I don't get it back.
Aw. I'll investigate.
I'll see what I can do about the robbery.
Have a word with my steward if you need to. He saw the thief escape.
Where is the
Listen,
steward?
all I want is the sword back. Meridian, and my family for that matter, has seen enough strife already.
Okay.
If I can get it back, all is forgiven. No retribution necessary.
I like that. Where is the steward? Are you the steward? No. Ah, you must be the steward.
You saw the thief make a run for it?
My back was to the wall, you see? Wasn't expecting someone to crawl out the window. He ran past me, dressed in gray, clutching the sword. That's all I saw. By the sun, my heart nearly seized up.
Okay. Assuming it's this window. Let me in. How do I get in? Can I just go in the door? No? You're not gonna let me, like, go into the place whose thievery I'm investigating? Do I just scan that?
The thief broke the lattice on the way out. And drops of blood bleeding away.
Alright. Wow, that's very obvious drops of blood. I wouldn't even need the freaking focus for that.
More blood. I'm still on the trail.
Yes, I am. Ooh. Cool.
Still more blood.
Don't pass
The
up
thief
these
got cut.
goods.
The trail ends here.
Oh, I found a traitor.
But someone must have seen the thief.
Hello.
Did someone run past here, holding a sword?
Sure did. He grabbed some linen off the stand here and took off down the stairs behind you.
Thank
He
you.
was bleeding, so maybe he needed a binding. Blast it! That was expensive cloth. I can't believe I paid for that thief's bandage.
I would also be upset. Alright. Down the stairs behind me. Those stairs? That's a supply crate. Those stairs? Rakasha. What? Stairs behind me. Rush down those stairs behind me. What stairs behind me? These stairs behind me, apparently. Looking for
If
more
the thief
blood.
came this way, there's only one way he could have gone. Forward.
Okay.
Nowhere in the kingdom will be
No
safe
sign of
from
the thief. Someone must have seen him go by. Did you see anyone run through here? He would have been holding a sword.
Yeah. Almost crashed into me, too. He ran down the parapet here and went down the lift. No way you'll catch him now. I didn't see a sword, though.
He wasn't carrying anything.
Not a damn thing. Just ran like his ass was on fire.
So the sword might still be up here.
Must have ditched the sword. But where? Maybe he had help. That merchant stall would have been a convenient drop-off.
Yeah, alright. Going back. Another exclamation point. So when he grabbed the claw,
You'll like what I have for sale, I promise.
should I talk to her?
It looks like the thief got away, but without the sword. I thought maybe he dropped it off somewhere. Like here, for instance?
What? No. I had nothing to do with this.
I'm fine, that's
I
fine,
guess
I'm just
we'll
asking
see
if
when
you've
I
seen
get
it.
the city guard to toss your stall and question your customers.
Jeez.
Hold on. There's more to this. You've got a reputation for shining light in the darkness, so
Uh-huh.
I know you'll listen.
Okay.
You're right.
Yes.
The sword was passed to me, and I passed it on to someone else. It's going to be sold, but not for profit. The shards will go to people in need.
Uh-huh.
You expect me to believe that?
I can prove it. Meet my friends at the watermill in the lower village. They'll explain everything.
That sword
If
was
they don't
very
convince
important.
You, come right back with the guards. I'm not going anywhere.
That's what they
It
all
wouldn't matter
say.
if you did. I'd find you. But all right. I'll check out the watermill. Okay.
Fine.
I should go to this watermill then to find out what's going on.
Once I go up here first.
I pay well for the new relics, Outlander.
Oh, do you? I have some Banuk relics.
You're looking for artifacts.
Yes, but I'm no profiteer. Sun King Avad has named me an envoy to the Banu.
Okay.
I work on their behalf, looking for sacred relics to return to their homeland, Ben-Ur.
Fair.
I'm especially interested in wooden figures that are sometimes found near Banuk rock paintings.
Oh, I have
If
all
you
of those.
have any, I have valuables to trade for them.
I have all of them.
You said the king named you an envoy to the Banuk?
Yes, I've been to Ben-Ur many times, and the Wirek chiefs trust me. I help them maintain diplomatic ties with Avad.
Huh.
Some say they're a mysterious people, but their ways make a lot of sense to me. All you have to do is be the best. Doesn't matter if you're born high or low, man or woman. They respect skill, not some fool notion of heritage.
I do like
I
that.
see the appeal.
But I would not be
I
well
wish
respected
more
there.
Karja did. Anything they don't understand, they call backward or savage.
Okay,
Tell
well.
me more about these Banuk figures.
Simple wood sculptures made by Arnak, a legendary hunter who was exiled from Ban-Ur for killing his chief. He left the figures near painted stones in places that reminded him of his homeland.
Huh.
Later, his tribe declared him innocent. Now they see him as a kind of wandering hero and want those figures back. I do what I can to help him get them.
Well, I got them
including
all.
Trade for them, if you have any.
I have all of them.
You ready? Let's trade then.
I got all of them. Look at this. Oh, look at that. Give me the map for something I already have. Ancient vessels and vantages.
Come on back if you find any Banuk goods.
I just gave all of them to you. Like, all of them. Alright. Well, that's boring. I was hoping for something better. Oh well. What's from this?
Serve and they live. Disobey.
Oh, that's not. Okay, never mind. I got you. Alright, I want to see that. I want to see that first, though. Alright.
These Oseram will fleece you.
Where are you telling me to go? Alright, up there. I gotta go either way, so... Guess I'll jump up here.
Don't forget to stock up
Let me up.
while you're on the road.
Why would you have a ledge and then not let me up it?
Buy what you need, leave the rest.
Ugh, you suck.
These cities are safely secured.
This way? No, that's that one. I want to go... Ah, stairs. Thank you. What's up, y'all? Oh, hey, what's that? The Sun Faith. 7 articles of the Sun Faith. 1. Over all the world rises and sets the great sun, as is plainly seen. To all the plants, animals, machines, and men it gives life, as it plainly seen. All of the tribes, none have scaled such heights as the Karja, as guided by the sun. Witnessing these things to be true each day, celebrating these things each day, we believe the sun and its light gladly and without question. 2. Only the sun's rightful heir, born of the radiant line that dates back to the Ahriman, the founder, is a speaker for the sun. To him, the sun's desires are revealed, and from his lips its desires are acted upon by men. He shall be known as the Sun King, and his words shall be law. 3. In all things we accept the sun's judgment. We offer our bared skin to it so that it might burn our sins away. We partake in its renewal. We wear its heat for a time. As our skin bears its flesh, its bronzed armor, we are made strong. In the cracking and peeling away of our old selves, we are made new. 4. In the sun's light, we shall speak only in truth. We shall strike only in righteousness, and we shall act as we believe the sun so tasks us. When the shadow falls across us, we shall always remember our illumination. We shall not cast blame for the ill fortune. We shall endure. In the coldness of the moon, we shall accept will be stillness and death and endings until dawn comes once more. We will do this because there is 2 halves of nature, sun and shadow, and to deny one is to deny the whole of things. 5. As a twilight time came before us, ending the world as the ancients, so shall a twilight come again. Time come again, for this is the cycle of things. The buried shadow shall rise up to eclipse the sun's light and usher in a great and terrible change. Even knowing this, we are steadfast in our belief and trust that the sun will again bring a new dawn, as did for our founders so long ago. 6. Holy Meridian shall forever be the seat of the Karja, the city of the sun, and the spire venerated as the mark of its founding. The Sun King born of the radiant line shall always sit upon its throne, for without a speaker for the sun, its will is clouded. For either of these to be denied is to invite a twilight time upon us. 7. Clearly the Karja are the children of the sun and preeminent in its gaze, but so too does its light touch upon the barbarian tribes of the north, east, and south. If the speaker for the sun's duty is to interpret if the sun's gaze is directed in approval or reproach. So determined is the duty of the Karja to carry out the sun's will, even in places where the light does not reach. Huh. That seems a bit culty, but okay. Guess we're going with that. Anything else? What's that? Oh, it's the fire. Alright. Guess I'll come see you guys then. Hello.
Renora. I'm the mournful Naman. My apologies that we meet like this.
Yes.
Like this.
In grief. You hold yours close, like a talisman.
About Rost?
Wait, forgive me. You didn't come for reparations? Someone you lost to the Sun Ring?
No. I know about the Red Raids, but the Karja owe me nothing.
I see. Well, I could use the help of a strong-willed outlander. Then I would owe you very much indeed.
Okay.
These people seek to honor their loved, their lost, with their own voices. Not mouthing Karja rituals to Karja stone.
Fair.
But there are obstacles. While Meridian holds its breath for any disturbance, these robes only tie my hands.
What kind of obstacles?
The first pilgrim is an Oseram who seeks to visit the Shrine of Kings on the road to the city. He waits there now, forbidden to enter by an old sun priest who suffer no heathen.
Huh.
This Utaro lost her companion on the edge of the jewel, at a pool where snap moths gather. The shrine was built there to ward off the machines, and its effectiveness leaves much to be desired. And the Manuk would paint a mark on the sun's climb. called the machine spirits, I understand. They need no beckoning. Glinthawks perch there, drawn to the spires shining.
Okay.
So clear the machines out of 2 shrines and move a priest out of the other.
All I can ask for is your charity and that their stories are heard.
I will do that.
Naman, rituals and prayers can't bring back those who are lost.
No, but it can help those who grieve to find themselves. It can lend them strength and hope, like a new sunrise.
I didn't think your priesthood would ask outsiders for help.
If only the sun would set on our pride. Until this is done, I am no sun priest. To wear a red robe was an aspiration. I aspired. Now our hoods make us blind. We whisper reconciliation, but forget how the old king's priests sang the words and blessed the killing.
The killing? You mean the Red Raids?
Yes. And the sacrifices that came after.
Why did the priests go along with all that bloodshed?
Sometimes we Karja are more concerned with what is tradition than what is right.
Oh, I know about that.
Huh. Maybe the Karja and Nora aren't so different.
Really? Alright.
I'll do what I can to help those in mourning.
To honor their memories is to honor us all.
Wait, what was that about new sun priests? I feel like that was something new.
I'm still working on the...
I've been asking...
You want me to shake them down?
Don't tempt...
You're disappointed with the sun priests, but you still wanted to be one?
I spent my whole life looking up to the temple. My brother's voice echoing in its arches. Even he couldn't turn me away, and how he tried. In the end, he said, when we were loved, our robes were dyed in cinnabar. Now they are stained in blood.
How so?
Our robes are handed down to us. Most of the old priests fled rather than be seen in the glare of the new sun. And so we are left to wear their sins. For me, at least, they hang heavy.
I bet.
Where's your
Alright.
brother now?
He waits for me on the trail of the sun, I hope.
Aww.
He spoke out against the sacrifices. For a priest to question the Sun King's will, his punishment was worst of all.
You
Aww.
lost someone you loved too. I'm sorry.
No, not lost. When I took on these robes, I found his memory.
I like that even though the rituals themselves are no longer very proper, your brother was righteous enough that you still
I have
honor
to
him.
go.
Walk in light.
Cool. Alright. Alrighty. Gonna go here next. Making my way through here. Hello. Oh, lots of people
You
in
need
here.
to win 3 half-suns at our hunting grounds to gain admittance to the lodge.
Oh.
You mean these?
Very well then. Congratulations and welcome. Our members reap rewards and adventure and live on in legend.
Am I a member now?
No, you're only a fledgling. Junior members are called thrushes.
Okay.
To join and become a thrush, you need a senior member called a hawk to sponsor you.
Alright.
So I need to find a hawk.
Yes, but a hawk can only sponsor 1 hunter at a time, and I'm afraid most of them already have one.
I've overcome worse odds. Where do I start?
Upstairs, present yourself to the Sunhawk Assis, our leader, who should introduce you to a hawk. I hope it's worth it.
What do you mean?
You'll see.
What do you mean I'll see? I don't like that at all. Oh, what's that? What's that? No, go back. Fuck. Where is it? What was the one I just got? Shit. Bylaws of the Hunter's Lodge. Section 1, Preamble. 1.1. The hunt is the noblest pursuit in the Sundom. All those who have the sun... Okay, watch the rock there. Watch the rock there. Sounds good. save those of the Sun King and his Sun Priest. The hunt is strength. The hunt is honor. The hunt protects. The hunt preserves. 1.2. What is the hunt but not the but what is the hunt but competition? What is competition without rank, honor, and victor? 1.3. The lodge set lends law and lore to the hunt, so all will know who has prevailed. 1.4. Thus the lodge is not just its members and not just its house in Meridian. It is the spirit of the hunt, a code to be honored, an idea to be lived. Ideal. 1.5. Only those of the noblest blood can embody the noblest ideals. As such, only Karja males of pure blood may honor the lodge and tread in its house. 1.6. By order of his Radiance Evad's 14th Sun King of Karja, by Law 5 of Section 1 is hereby rescinded. Is that one? Yeah, okay, cool. Good, I like that. Good job, Avad. Section 2 Membership. 2.1. No hunter shall gain admittance to the lodge without 3 half-sons, one with honor at any hunting ground. See Section 5 below. 2.2. There are junior classes of members, Hawk being senior, Thrush being junior. 2.3. The rank of Thrush can only be gained through the sponsorship of a Hawk. Each Hawk may sponsor only one Thrush. 2.4. There can be only 7 Hawks. A Thrush can only become a Hawk through the death of his sponsor. 2.5. The Hawk who hunts the greatest prey shall become Sunhawk and lead the lodge. 2.6. In the event of the quality of prey is in dispute, the Hawk who hunted first shall remain first as Sunhawk. 2.7. Only Karja males of pure blood may become the Thrush Hawk or Sunhawk by order of his Radiance Avad, 14th Sun King of Karja, by Law 7 of Section 2 is hereby rescinded. Section 3. Proof of the hunt. 3.1. The greatest hunts often bear no witness, therefore a trophy must be kept. 3.2. A trophy may be submitted to the Sunhawk as proof of a victorious hunt. 3.3. A trophy must be intact, undamaged, and from a recent hunt. 3.4. The Sunhawk shall have a final authority if any dispute over a trophy's worth. 3.5. Only Karja males of pure blood may submit a trophy to the Sunhawk, and then that's been rescinded by his Radiance Avad, 14th Sun King. Section 4. To protect and preserve. 4.1. A hunt for its own sake is noble. A hunt for the service of others is blessed by the sun. 4.2. When called upon, hawks and thrushes must undertake any reasonable hunt asked of them if it serves to protect the citizens of the Sundom. 4.3. The Sunhawk has sole authority to negotiate any fees or bounties associated with the hunt undertaken by members of the Lodge on behalf of the Sundom. 4.4. Any profit from any hunt undertaken by members of the Lodge on behalf of the Sundom shall be shared by all 7 hawks administered by the Sunhawk. 4.5. Only Karja males of pure blood may undertake a hunt in the name of the Lodge, but be it for protection of the Sundom or any other reason. By order of Radiance Avad, 14th Sun King of Karja, by Law 5 of Section 4 is hereby rescinded. Section 5. Hunting Grounds. 5.1. For the purpose of training and recruiting the best and greatest hunters, a lodge shall provide and maintain hunting grounds. 5.2. Each hunting ground shall test a different range of skills through 3 trials crafted by its keeper in consultation with the Sunhawk. 5.3. There shall be 3 rewards for each trial in ascending order of performance: half sun, full sun, blazing sun. 5.4. Hunters who prove themselves by winning the requisite number of suns may be entitled to special gear at the lodge at the discretion of the Sunhawk. 5.5. The lodge shall provide funds for the construction and maintenance of all trials and facilities and hunting grounds. 5.6. The lodge shall receive all profits associated with the sale of parts, ammunition, and equipment from all hunting grounds. 5.7. Any profits received from hunting grounds shall be shared by all 7 hawks administered by the Sunhawk. 5.8. Keeper shall be chosen exclusively by the Sunhawk and serve for a term of 7 years. 5.9. Only Karja males of pure blood may be appointed keeper, and by order of his Radiance Avad, that has been rescinded. Nice. Alright. So, who is it that I have to talk to about the gear? Or is it you?
By the sun! King Avad's edict really is taking effect. Never thought I'd see a Nora here and a woman at that.
Oh, I didn't know it was this kind of place.
So, you have marks for me?
What do you mean?
From the hunting grounds. Oh, right. You're new here.
Oh, is she gonna get a shock when she sees I have all of them?
What edict?
King Avad insisted that the Hunter's Lodge had to welcome everyone. Man, woman, outlander, regardless of tribe.
I like it.
Captain of the Vanguard, came in and delivered that news personally. You should have been there. It was glorious.
It must have
But
been.
I figured they would sweep it under the rug and say no woman or outlander qualified. Yet here you are.
Are you a member?
Me? No. Karja don't exactly encourage their daughters to run around hunting machines. But all the changes in Meridian have been good
I
to
bet
me.
they have.
I don't think the Oseram know how to sell to us Karja. The trader I worked for last couldn't sell flowers to a bee. He was too plain hammered, as they like to say. This is a much better job. I figure I'll be able to open my own shop soon enough.
That works, if that's what you like.
What do I do with these marks?
If you get the same mark from all the hunting ground trials, I can give you a Hunter's Lodge weapon.
Oh.
Show me what marks you've earned, and we'll see if you qualify for one of these special weapons I have for you.
Okay.
I believe I have enough here. What next?
You brought in all the sun marks at once. You're going to make a lot of hunters jealous. Not that it takes much. I'm pleased to present to you a Lodge Blast Sling, a Lodge Rope Caster, and the Lodge Warbow. Congratulations, you're a Master Hunter of the Lodge. All I can give you now is encouragement.
Thanks.
I've given
I'm
you
not done
everything I
talking now.
have here. Happy hunting.
Oh, well, I wasn't done, but whatever. Okay. Well, I guess that happened. Oh, these guys have names. Except for that one.
Tarka's impressed with his skills, but he spotted Talana. Now we're left with her. She had fallen.
Huh. So are these all like the hawks? Oh well. Oh.
I've got a lot on my mind. Sorry.
That's alright, just don't get mad at me for being back there. Pardon me, I'm a little confuddled. Something down there. But I probably want to go up first. So let's do that.
Show was better last week.
Oh. Record of Redmaw 1. The Record of Redmaw by inquiring Jan Dinneman, historian in residence at the Hunter's Lodge. It is well known the facts proceed into fictions as they become memories, and fresh facts themselves are ephemeral among the rumors and legends of the South. It is especially true in the case of Redmaw. That is the most terrible of Thunderjaws, a machine which is nothing if not legendary. Few who have laid eyes upon it have survived, and among them are even fewer can be trusted not to embellish their tales. All that said, here I have endured to truthfully chronicle all the calamities attributed to the beast, all the expeditions meant to end such calamities once and for all. None have succeeded. As of this writing, the terror of the South still roams free, scarred perhaps, but deadly as the days of the sun first shone upon its armored hide. In the early spring of the 18th year of the reign of the Sun King Jiran, a freehold was destroyed near the hands of the flood. 9 bodies were recovered, 8 riddled with cannon wounds, 1 flattened completely. No witnesses survived, though never proven. This was widely thought to be the Red Maw's first attack. In the late spring of the 18th year of the reign of the Sun King Jiran, the expedition of 4 hunters set out from Sunstone Rock to track the machine or machines responsible for the destruction of the freehold. None returned. Their bodies were subsequently found in the south, 3 blasted, 1 stomped. Never proven, but thought to be the Red Maw's work. In the early summer of the 18th year of the reign of Sun King Jiran, an expedition of 6 mercenaries set out from Meridian to track the machine or machines responsible for the losses described above. 1 returned, ribs crushed, clavicle fractured. He spoke of the Thunderjaw, which split a man in half with a single bite. This is the first confirmed sighting of the legendary machine and the one which gave it its name. In the late summer of the 18th year of the reign of the late Sun King Jiran, an expedition of 8 set from the Meridian to track Redmaw. None returned. 6 bodies were found near the Blackwing snag. 1 blasted, 3 stomped, 2 eviscerated, 1 swallowed its own tongue, evidently in a spasm of terror, suffocating. In the autumn of the 18th year of his reign, Sun King Jiran commanded the Hunter's Lodge to send an expedition south in pursuit of the Red Maw. After numerous logistical delays, 3 hawks and their thrushes set out in the winter. Only one pair returned, reporting the deaths of the others, 2 blasted, 1 stomped, 1 decapitated. The survivors were sacrificed for cowardice, 1 gutted by a sawtooth, the other skewered by kestrels. After this setback, members of the Lodge grew wary of pursuing the legendary Thunderjaw. Only the proudest hawks even considered it. Aspirations of the Lodge, however, foolish in their ambitions, eagerly took part in subsequent hunts. In the summer of the 19th year of the reign of Sun King Jiran, the destruction of the caravan south of Spurflints, 3 blasted, 2 stomped, 1 immolated, reignited interest in the Red Maw. 3 expeditions totaling 15 mercenaries went after the machine, with only 3 survivors, 9 blasted, 3 stomped, 2 eviscerated, 1 liquefied. In the early spring of the 20th year of the reign of Sun King Jiran, a cohort of 12 soldiers headed from the rain gatherers, to the Alight were set upon by the beast. Only 1 survived, 1 blasted, 1 stomped, 10 crushed. When their fleeing footsteps triggered an avalanche. Blech. In the late spring of the 20th year of the reign, Sun King Jiran, the reign of the Sun King Jiran, 3 cohorts totaling 34 men went in search of Red Maw. Alas, they were ambushed by stalkers and only 4 survived. 24 sniped, 6 exploded. Understandably, this ended pursuit of Red Maw for some time. In the summer of the first year of the reign of Sun King Avad, a group of 6 Ostrom traders were attacked by the beasts. 1 blasted, 3 stomped, 1 spit into a ravine. A lone survival petitioned Captain Ursa to send the vanguard after the monster, but request was denied. However, 3 additional expeditions comprised of mercenaries and hunters aspiring to the lodge were subsequently commissioned. Autumn, 7 men, 2 blasted, 3 stomped, 1 tripped on his own spear, 1 survivor. Winter, 9 men, 3 blasted, 2 stomped, 2 died from frostbite, 2 survivors. Spring, 11 men, 5 blasted, 1 stomped, 3 retreated off a cliff, 2 survivors. The last known sighting of Red Maw occurred in the spring of the 3rd year of the reign of the Sun King Avad. Tarkus, Hawk of the Lodge, got word from the sighting near Thunderhead and sent off to take the beast on his own. His thrush, Talana, arrived at the scene too late as Tarkus was dying of his wounds, multiple perforations. Talana testified as the Red Maw lumbered off through the trees that she could see the spear of her mentor embedded in its hide. Huh. Okay. Oh, that's a thing. Hello.
Excuse us. The machine rider graces us with her presence. You're Nora, are you not? A fighter from the savage lands.
That is correct.
The sacred land, but yes. I fought for everything I got.
Nice little casual correction there.
Tell me, do the Nora often wander into other people's homes and do whatever they like?
I was invited in, bitch.
Of course not.
But that is what you're doing right now. Stinking up our lodge, pestering your better.
I have every freaking...
You're hardly my better. Legan said I had to meet you to become a member.
That would be true if there were any chance of you becoming a member. But you're a savage.
Sure.
No savage will rise in the ranks of the Hunter's Lodge while I am the Sun Hawk. Now be gone.
No.
Frig.
I was led to believe there are rules here. If they count for nothing, then even your position is meaningless. So quit blustering and tell me. Is there a hawk who is free to sponsor me?
Very well. Talana is free.
Oh.
Wouldn't that be fitting? Trash sponsoring trash. Now get out of my sight.
I don't like you. You're not my friend. I'm gonna take this and hope it's yours. Yeah. Alright, well, is there any other people up here to talk to? I know Talana was down there. I saw her name. Oh. Ha! Oh, it's just more stairs. Oh, can't scan that, though? Okay, fine. Going back downstairs, then. Alright, Talana, right here.
You're Talana? Spacesis said you were a hawk without a fledgling to sponsor.
Because her hawk died
Or
from
are you
Red
trying
Maw.
to drive me off, too? It's okay. I've dealt with worse.
I'll bet you have. But you're wrong. It's not okay. Especially not today.
Why?
What happened today?
One of our own just died fighting Red Maw. You'll never face a more dangerous Thunderjaw. Cuts through trees, rocks, people.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's part of the hunt.
Spacesis. What's his story?
He's the Sunhawk of the Lodge. The highest ranking asshole. Sorry, member. He's taken down Ravagers, Stalkers, Behemoths.
So, I've taken down a lot of machines.
As have I. Even brought down 2 Stormbirds. But he's a hawk who brought in the trophies first. And that's how it works.
That's dumb.
Whichever hawk defeats the greatest machine first becomes the Sunhawk.
So if I get the Red Maw, then I will become the Sunhawk?
Is there any actual hunting in this lodge? So far, it's been all talk.
Yes, of course. You fight a machine, then bring its trophy to a Seas the Sunhawk, then no one can deny you brought it down.
How does one become a hawk?
When a hawk dies, his thrush is promoted in his place, no matter how anyone feels about it.
Oh, so you're probably gonna die for me to get promoted then.
Who is this Legan, the man at the door?
Legan? He's a hawk. He had an impressive run in his day, but he doesn't fight anymore. He supports the lodge in other ways.
By being a dick?
Unlike the other hawks, who hoard all the best kills and drink the bar dry.
I'm ready to hunt, so tell me, what do I have to do?
You want them to regret looking down on you? Then speak to them in their language. Kill 3 Sawtooths, 2 Ravagers, and a Stalker. Deliver their trophies directly to Assis. That should shut them all up.
So
Okay.
if I do that, you'll sponsor me.
I'll consider it. Just to make Assis boil.
Alright, is that all that's left to do here? Yeah, I'll do that. I will. Promise, just give me a minute. There's suddenly a lot of stuff on my plate. Uh-huh. Alright. So this is stronger. If I were to go into the crafting and my modify weapons. What about you? Are you different too?
What did you want to talk about?
You were an outlander, no? An adventurer. I used to be one myself.
But then I took an arrow to the
I
knee.
admit, I miss the beguiling colors of the wilds. Speaking of which, I wonder if you've come across a very special kind of flower.
Yes, I
It's made
have.
of metal, like a
Many of
machine.
them, actually.
Other blossoms grow around them in amazing patterns. These gleaming beauties are very much in demand among my clients.
Specifically triangle
If you bring me
patterns.
some, I have valuables to trade for them.
I have many.
You said you were an adventurer.
Just so. The nobles of Meridian crave flowers for their balconies and gardens. So out I went, with bow and spear.
Huh.
I made my name by searching the wilds for the wildest blossoms. No bandit nor machine could keep me from those precious petals.
So what happened?
Love happened, my sweet. My paramour frets too much when I venture out. So now I collect flowers for those without such bonds.
Is it worth it? Being restrained like that?
Of course. Freedom is sweet. But the embrace of my beautiful Theridine is sweeter still.
Aw, I like this guy.
These metal flowers. What are they exactly?
No one knows. But some say they began sprouting 20 years ago when the machines started to go mad.
Huh.
Perhaps they grow from the tears of the sun. For he has many faces, does he not? Wrathful one day, cool and patient the next. Perhaps he weeps for our suffering when his anger breaks.
Perhaps. I doubt it, though. Let's
Ah.
trade.
Let us haggle over this beautiful bounty.
Let us. Oh, I already have these. Oh, now I feel stupid for buying them. Whatever. Whatever. I'm fine.
Till we meet again, my noble Nora.
You're very
Could
welcome.
you spare a moment to speak of the finer things? Ah, you're back. Did you bring me something lovely?
I gave you everything. Is that it? Is that all there is to say about them?
I look
Alright.
forward to trading. Everyone needs a splash of color in their life.
Stop telling me to talk to you. Jesus. Alright. That's alright, I guess, but it's not great. I was hoping for, like, awesome stuff. Hey, there's fire. Still don't know how to get that damn thing. Oh, there it is. Never mind. Metal shards. I am very rich. Oh, I'm taking the elevator. I cannot take the elevator. This is depressing. How do I get out of here?
Fine that women are rising in the Hunter's Lodge. It's all those savages I don't like.
Alright. What did...
You're an outlander, which is good. But a Nora, which might be bad. Do you fear the ruins of the old ones like many in your tribe?
God, no.
No. Although some can be dangerous.
Then you may have come across what I seek. In your travels, have you found strange vessels, emblazoned with symbols of the old ones?
Maybe?
They consist of a hollow cylinder with a crescent handle affixed at both ends.
Possibly.
If you bring me these vessels in sets of 4, I will gladly trade what I have for them.
Do I have them?
So you're interested in the old ones?
More than interested. I study every ancient artifact I can get my hands on. But years of study have made me too comfortable at my desk. I can't even bear the sun, if the truth be known.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'll manage to take a partner. My family presses me for an heir.
Oh, jeez.
Don't look at me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, no, I'm not looking. In fact, my father already has someone he wants me to wed. She doesn't interest me.
Aw.
I wish I had a brother to carry this burden. I would rather be left to my precious little vessels.
Tell me about the
What
vessels.
sort of ritual were these vessels made for?
I'm convinced they were used in conjunction with each other in sets. Some people believe they were used for tea ceremonies. Others think they held sacred essences and oils for worship.
Oh, the
But
mugs.
I believe they were used for the solemn custom of shaving one's beard. One for water, one for lotion, and so on.
They're mugs.
Each fluid in its special vessel, majestically applied to the face at each stage of the rite. It must have been breathtaking.
I mean, that did happen,
Which
but...
vessel was used for which? I have to know. I have to continue my research.
Are you sure people didn't just drink out of them?
Oh my god, Aloy literally just
Drink?
says it.
Out of such finely crafted earthenware? Don't be ridiculous.
It's for tea.
Yes,
or
yes,
drinking,
drink quickly.
anything.
I have work to do.
Mug. It's a mug. I have all of them. This is dumb. Alright. And then I've got all these. And then I don't need these. Alright.
I will leave you to the hunt. Be sure to delve into the ruins.
Yes. This is trying to take me to the elevator, and I can't go through the elevator. I like that they like, do that. Yeah. Do it again. Yeah. Can I take this elevator? Oh, yes, I can. Cool. Use elevator. I wonder if I could do that with the other one. I guess racism hasn't been freaking killed out yet. That sucks. Be faster. Thank you. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Let me in. Yeah. In. And down I go. Right? Yeah. Ooh. I'm in an elevator. I hate them. I hate them so much. When I was younger, I was at an apartment, and I had to take the elevator up, which terrified me. But then they had a toddler, and they forgot their food, the bottle and diapers in the cars, and they asked me to go down. And I went down the elevator, and then I got scared and got off when someone got in, and then I went down the stairs, but it was like really terrifying, like concrete staircase, and I was kept being scared like Slenderman was going to be around the corner, so I'd get off, and then I'd go down floor until someone got on, and then I'd go down the stairs, and then I'd get on the elevator until someone got on. It was awful. The watermill is further than I thought it was. Hello, did someone here steal a sword? Oh, okay. You. Wait, is there anything to scan in here before I talk? Nothing. Damn.
I was told to expect you, Aloy. I suppose you want answers. Well, it's not complicated.
You stole a sword.
We collect valuable objects from people who don't need them, sell them for shards, and use the money to help the needy at Sunfall.
Okay, but that sword is, like,
You mean you
valuable.
steal?
If you want to call
Sentimental.
it that. From hogs who've had their turn at the trough for generations.
Okay, but that guy's
Ravon
brother's
doesn't
dead.
look a hog to me.
He stinks just like the rest of them, of wealth and contentment, while people beneath him suffer.
Who exactly gets the shards at Sunfall?
Not the bastards in the fortress. We use the shards to make sure the poor in Shadowside get to eat, or bandage their wounds. They only went west because they had to. Trust me, I know. My wife was chained up with a bunch of servants and herded with them. They starved to death, still bound together.
Oh, jeez.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So am I.
Where's the sword now?
Safe. I haven't sold it yet.
Can I have it back?
What do you expect me to do now? Walk away?
I was hoping you'd help us. They say you can track like a stalker. Well, my partner Nassan disappeared near the branded shore. He was bound for Sunfall, along with an entire shipment of food. If you found that, you'd be helping a lot of people.
And you give me the sword back.
I'll consider it. But only if you return the sword to Ravon.
I knew you were gonna say that. Fine, I'll return the damn blade.
Good.
Hassan was supposed to meet his contact at an old campfire on the fork near the branded shore. Start looking there.
Okay.
Be careful. Lots of machines out there, and lots of Shadow Karja. And not the needy kind, but they're tormentors.
Right.
You have no need to loiter.
Alright, well, how far away is that? That's quite a ways. So I think I'm going to leave this episode here, and we will start doing all of these things we found in Meridian next time. Sound like a good idea? Sounds good idea to me. Alright, bye-bye.